Monday, June the 9th, 1986. We're at the Cherokee KOA in Cherokee, North Carolina. It's a beautiful morning. We set up camp. Here's a picture of our trailer. Jonathan is off fishing. And here comes Ron back from the shower. We're getting a little late start this morning. It's 9 o'clock already.
Well,
we're going to have breakfast. What do you have to say this morning, Ron?
Seems to be a beautiful day.
We traveled all day yesterday, so we're getting a little bit of a late start. John is off fishing. He never gets late starts. And there's the tent for the boys over there. It's a very bright morning.
I think that's enough.
We're going to get ourselves situated today, and tomorrow Ron and the boys, Ron and Ronnie, are going off backpacking. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning. Are you ready for a Mac?
Take a picture of a really big spidey.
I think everybody really slept like a log last night. We were really tired. We had a late campfire, a late dinner, a long drive. Set up camp in the dark.
I think that's enough, Mom.
Okay. I got the breakfast started. And Ron does the pancakes and the eggs. It's cooking on a little stove here in our campsite.
Great chef is at work here.
Yes.
I was talking.
Some of the other campers out here are busy at work, cleaning up their gear in the morning, fixing up their stuff for the day.
Eggs. Seems like 3 is quite a large number, doesn't it? My little mother.
There's the master chef at work here. Today, he's off fishing, and believe it or not, he's going to skip breakfast. We're checking out the trail where they're going to be hiking tomorrow. This is one of the points where they might be leaving from. And I'm all out of breath because they won't wait for me. Ron! Here we have a picture of our new car. I'm waiting for Ron and Ronnie, who are checking out this trail to see if we're going to leave from here or the other trail. Their backpacking trip will start tomorrow, and I will drive them to the start. It's raining out, and I've taken a big chance taking pictures, but we're getting ready for tomorrow's backpacking trip, and we're practicing. I'm trying to stay dry under the trees.
How's that going to work?
I think it's going to work good.
Okay.
I hope the water isn't bad for the camera, but it's still under warranty, so this is the time to try it. Ron, turn around. I don't think I'm getting too wet. This is the time to try the camera. Able to a nice little convenient spot under the trees. John's out fishing and everybody's hungry. He caught a few fish today, which we'll see when he comes back.
Yeah. Well, I can carry those. Meanwhile, Oh, that's how you do it.
As soon as you put
Preparing for the trip. Ron is bracing himself with a martini because it's going to be a long time on the trail without him.
Might be my last martini. 4 days. How does that feel?
Looks good.
Does it?
No.
Why don't you jog up and down the road a couple times to make sure it's going to carry?
It'll carry.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want your picture taken in this thing?
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're on candid camera.
I'm on candid camera.
You don't look like you're in focus too well, but
It's
it's
probably.
on. I took my finger off the thumb for a second.
You don't have to hold your thumb on it. You just touch it and it stays. See?
Oh, I see. Well, do something, honey.
No, there's nothing to do. Just take my picture.
Okay.
That's fine.
Here we are out in the wilderness, and that's Christine.
Thank you.
Well, honey, as long as I don't run out of gin and scotch, I'll be all right.
Okay, here we have Ron getting prepared for tomorrow's camping trip. Ron, let me get a shot of those bread in the turn around, let me see that bread. The only problem is Ron has no idea how fast those bread goes when you have Ronnie with you.
Well,
John, you want to tell us a little bit about the fish you caught?
Oh, they're the hardest fish to catch. They're pretty good size though. I'm showing you. They're all clean in there.
We only have to go 36 miles the first day.
Can't see
Oh,
them.
could you hold them up a little better?
Oh, the packing is all frosted.
Okay.
That ice is melting.
I think we better get some more ice.
These canteens don't leak or anything, do they, John?
No. All through the head. It's easier over the shoulder.
Over your neck? Nah, I don't want it on my neck. For some reason it's lighter at home.
Usually that thing weighs.
Oh, about 114 pounds.
How many miles are you guys going to do the first day?
12 to a total elevation of 4,000 feet and 4 miles back to camp.
16? Good luck.
Slightly.
So we got to go 4,000 feet and 12 miles.
Terrific.
After that, it's all downhill.
This is going to be wonderful.
Wow. That's enough trial.
We have a very tired fisherman here.
You just go right up to the vine at this point.
Oh.
Take you, the trail takes you right into up the place.
Okay, good.
The long uphill walk.
That's what he said, yeah.
Not one of my favorites.
Okay. My mother's been real bad with it.
This is Tuesday, June the 10th, and they're starting out on their backpacking trip.
What a send-off.
What was it he said, Ron?
It's a long uphill trip, not one of his favorites.
This is the only day you have uphill, though. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, there'll be other. It's kind of level for the rest of the park. And then down. Yeah, it goes back and forth. So maybe I'll just stick this somewhere. Maybe I'll pack somewhere. How's that feel, Mike? Pretty heavy?
about right.
Part of their trail where they'll be going up.
Oh, that's when you're... Well, we're ready to move out.
Let's go.
Okay, guys.
Bye-bye.
Guys, turn around and wave.
Let's see what time it is, Mark. 5 minutes to 9. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wave to the camera, Ronnie. Have a good trip, guys.
Okay. We'll see you in 3 or 4 months.
Okay, I'll see you on Friday. Have a nice trip. And they're starting off on their hike for 4 long days, approximately 60 miles. 16 today. And they're off. Leo's fishing hole here. I'm going to try and sneak some pictures in before he knows I'm doing it. Here's a picture of the pond he's fishing in. I'm not, we're just a minute, I'm zooming. Okay, how many you got on that stringer, John?
4. That's all you're going to get.
This is the check-in place in the store. Parts and tubing right next to the store. You can rent the tubes and go over in the river right next to the campground here. A rec room for children and one across the way just like it for adults. Picture of the swimming pool. We'll have to try that later in the day. It's been kind of hectic just getting the backpackers out. We haven't tried too much yet. Jonathan and I are going to have a fish fry today. It's Tuesday, June the 10th, 1986. And altogether we have 9 fish. You caught 5 today, John? What kind of fish are these we're going to be eating?
Rainbow trout.
Rainbow trout. You caught these in the pond, correct? John's cleaned them at the pond, but he's just giving them a little rinse here. And then he's going to cook them And John and I are going to have a nice meal together. We better be hungry because there's 9 fish. A little bit. Okay, Ron, this is Wednesday, June the 11th. The backpacking trip almost only lasted 1 day. You want to tell us your story? Okay, who wants to tell us the story of the backpacking trip?
Dad'll tell you.
How do you feel, Ron?
Pretty horrible, Mom.
What feels the best, Mac? The ankles?
The ankles seem to be pretty bad.
It was kind of a long, hard haul that first day. We went 16 miles straight up. 17 miles. We went to the top of the Smokies, which was elevation 6,500 feet. And we started from about 1,000 feet. We were doing fine until we came to the road where we knew it was a point of no return. At that point, we decided common sense would overtake valor and hitchhike back down. Other than that, it was a real nice trip. It's very scenic, wasn't it, Mac?
And I was called from the visitor center to pick them up.
Yeah.
I have to say,
There's one aching dog.
look at that kid.
It's quite a hike.
Do you think your feet will ever be the same?
The ankles might take several months to heal.
Ron and I went to the Indian village today and out for Chinese food, souvenir hunting. So when did you realize you had had enough? Yesterday, today,
Yesterday at the 12-mile mark,
which was at Klingman's Dome?
the road to Klingman's Dome. A mile to walk to the actual place. We had ran out of water, it was raining, and I couldn't pick up my legs.
At that point, why didn't you try and hitch a ride home?
It's getting dark, and we didn't think if we didn't get a ride, we'd be out there after dark. So figured we'd go sleep and have a better chance of getting a ride all day tomorrow. Besides, the shelter was only 3 miles away.
So much for backpacking. What did you just say, Ron?
I'm going to celebrate our return.
With a martini?
Yeah.
Well, after the shock I had of being called that you were at the visitor center, come pick you up, how about making me a drink also?
All right. Where's your glass?
Oh, if you can't move, I'll do it myself. You look pretty bad. Jonathan and I had a splendid day.
Are you staying here, John? Cooler? These worms?
Yeah.
Of course the worms stay in the cooler.
Excuse me.
Well, Ron, you got your clothes all
So you
nice
can light
and
this
clean
later in
for
40
you.
miles.
This is my hobby.
What's your hobby? Well, I don't take my picture.
You want to retell
We
the
want to go again, but it's expensive. You know, four people, $72. It's $18 if you
How
drive
about
home.
telling the story about seeing them at Klingman's Dome for my camera?
They look raggedy.
I
The
think,
loaf of bread and the white band, am I right?
Oh, yeah. That was me.
And
I
he was
think-
following you. And that's when you went down, just when you started down.
Oh, right down that
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah. You said you had 3 miles to go.
Yeah.
if you would have said we're the people from the KOA, they would have probably asked for a ride at that point.
Yeah, we were in rough shape by then.
You know what I'd like to hike? Is the complete trail.
Yeah. Wonder how long that would take.
Well, probably a couple of 3-4 months, I imagine.
Yeah. I think you'd have to have some helicopter stops along the way or something.
Well, there's so many spots that you can pick up food and supplies on the way down.
Oh,
It's
is
been
it?
done, yeah.
Oh. Where does the trail start?
Up in
You want to add to the story, Ronnie?
Oh, not much.
Would you tell us a little bit about the shelter you stayed in last night?
The shelter was very nice.
Ron, what do you have to add to that?
The shelter was a three-sided lean-to made out of brick and stone. And it had a chain-link fence all the way across the top. And it was equipped with 12 bunks
And a fireplace.
and a fireplace.
Did you light a fire at the fireplace?
Too tired to cut the wood.
And it was pouring rain besides. Ah,
And there was no one else in the shelter but you and Ron?
yeah, we had the whole thing to ourselves.
What's the story about the pigs?
Well, after we were settled down pretty well, settling in, we'd already had dinner. We had some ravioli and a few other things. The ranger stopped by, and he said he just stopped by to let us know that he was going to be out hunting, so we wouldn't be scared if we heard the shots. He said he goes out and hunts the wild boar, the Arkansas razorbacks. They get too thick up there and they cause a lot of damage. It was a real foggy night, rainy, so we didn't think he was going to do too well. But 10 minutes after he left, we heard the shots come out, and he came back about half an hour later and said he got one.
Oh, good.
We asked him what he did with them, and he says he just drags them off the trailways and leaves them there, and the bears come and eat them.
Ugh.
It's a real good source of energy for all the bears.
And Ronnie, may I ask if you ate the ravioli?
Yeah, I did.
And what did you think of it?
They were edible.
You were hungry, you ate them.
Yeah.
Good boy. How did those feet feel?
Pretty horrible right now.
Let's get a close-up on those feet.
Well, there's a pair of aching dogs.
Look at those feet. And Ron, why did you put your boots back on? Oh, you put your other boots on.
Other boots on.
Wouldn't you just rather leave your shoes off?
No. Because I wanted to walk.
What are we doing?
He turned off.
Tell us about our day, John. We went to the Indian village, and what else did we do?
Nothing else except eat.
And did we eat?
Just on the back. They're on the sides, the toes. The toenails are really hurting. I got a feeling they're all black by now.
It was all in all, it was a very weird trip.
That it was.
Do you
our
think
feet
you'll
hadn't
try it
given
again?
out.
Not quite in that same fashion, but we'll try it again.
Yeah, the weak link was the feet. It wasn't the back.
Feet did.
Yeah, the feet got us.
It was painful
There was
every
defeat
step.
of defeat.
Yeah. Yeah, if our feet hadn't given out, the next to go would have been the ankles. And after that, the knees.
Okay, Ron, who won the bet? Did you drink all 4 bottles of your booze the first day?
No, only 2.
Oh,
I brought 2 back.
he brought 2 little tiny 1.5-ounce bottles, and my bet was that he'd drink them all the same day, first day.
Well, if he'd have known we were coming back, he would have.
I was rationing them carefully.
It took a big decision to drink that second one.
Was it a big decision?
Really thought about it.
Well, Ron, off with the socks before I put the camera away.
No way.
We should look at them back to see what kind of
I'm not
dressing
looking at those with my contact lenses in.
Anything else you can add for posterity of this video recording?
We did make the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, and you did say you hitchhiked a little, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we hitchhiked.
What was your experience with your first hitchhiking?
Oh, the first group was pretty normal. The second guy was quite a driver. I have to say that.
It was real nice.
Yes, tell us about the good points of the trip now.
Looking down at the clouds.
Yeah, we're way up in there. You can look down through the clouds and all the other trees, valleys. On top of the Appalachian Trail, we could look down on Nolan's Divide, the part that we came up on. And you could see all the way back the part we hiked the day before. It looked pretty immense. And it felt like it was a pretty immense hike when we were up there.
raining.
Yep, I think it rains every day here.
The backpackers are eating their pizza that Mother microwaved for them and thinking about a fire here in a more civilized world. Well, how do you two feel after a shower? To us after your shower, Ron? Any words to us after your shower?
It's a great life if you don't weaken.
What was it you said earlier about having your slave back?
It's good to be back being waited on hand and foot.
And how about you? This is Thursday, the 12th of